What separates a good athlete from a great one? It's not just talent, it's the mindset, the grit, and the ability to turn setbacks into comebacks. The same is true for entrepreneurs. In this episode, we're diving into the powerful lessons entrepreneurship can borrow from sports. The discipline, the teamwork, the resilience, and the mindset it takes to win both on the field and in business. Whether you're building your dream business or leveling up your career, these insights will inspire you to play to win. Stay with me as we unpack how adopting an athlete's mentality can transform the way you approach your goals, face challenges, and celebrate victories. For some reason, I have sports on the brain, and I was thinking back to when I first started playing sports, and I have two very distinct memories. Number one is softball, and number two is my first year of travel league basketball. Totally different experiences, totally different lessons. And I find it interesting how this played out for me. So, the first time I played softball, and the only time I played softball, was in third grade. Yes, that was a really long time ago. I get it. And I was young and little, and I never played t-ball, but I played in third grade. And what is interesting about that is we won every single game. And we didn't just win every single game. We dominated every single game. We won by 25 points or more, probably about 25 points, because I think we had 5 innings and we had a 5-run rule. If you had made 5 runs or you were ahead by 5, you changed from offense to defense. And so we won every single game by a massive amount. So now let's contrast that with basketball. I think the first year that I played travel league basketball, I believe was 9th grade, and we lost every single game. And we didn't just lose every single game. We got destroyed on every single game. We would maybe score 10 points. The other team was in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. We were destroyed. And it's so interesting to me to look at those two experiences and tell you, I don't like softball. I never played again because it wasn't challenging. It wasn't fun. We won. Okay, great. And it's interesting to me because we think, oh, we want this easy path and we want it to come so easy. And we get frustrated when it's challenging. But if it came to you easily, it wouldn't be worth it to you and you wouldn't enjoy it probably, and you probably wouldn't want to keep going. When I contrast that with basketball, I continued to play. I played all through high school and I played in college, and I love basketball. Did I always win? Nope. But did I always learn? Yes. And I think the thing that I learned the most from that season of continual losses is one, to learn to lose with grace, to use it to improve, for us to bond as a team and lean on each other and play better as a team. Did we get better as we went along? Yes. Did we still lose? Sure did. But for some reason, I don't look back at that time and hate it. I actually really enjoyed that time. It's sometimes in those challenges where you find your strength, where you find the people that you can rely on, and you learn so much about yourself and what you're capable of. And so this made me think about sports and how we relate it to business. So I wanted to share some lessons that we can take away from the wide world of sports and apply to business. So let's dive in. Lesson number 1, the power of practice and preparation. Success in sports doesn't come on game day, right? It's in the hours of practice and preparation. When we see someone at a championship game, it is days, weeks, months, years that they have taken to get to that spot. We need to be doing the same thing in our business. If you're just starting out and you're frustrated because you aren't winning, you aren't making money, things aren't going well, you haven't put in the work yet, and that's okay. Consistent effort and skill building as well as preparation is what is going to set the foundation for your success. You don't just show up on your launch day or your grand opening. You have to prepare like an athlete preparing for a championship. It takes work. All right, lesson number 2. Teamwork makes the dream work. Great teams win championships, not individuals. As amazing as Michael Jordan is, he didn't win by himself. He and the team together are who won those games and won those championships. And they wouldn't have been there without the coaches and all the support along the way. And they didn't get there on day one. It took time. It took years for them to get there. One thing that I've learned with business is collaborating with a strong and diverse team is what is going to create innovation in your business. It's what is going to help with resilience in tough times, and it's what's going to propel you forward. The team dynamic is very important, and when you have diversity within that team and you get to use your strengths and allow others to use theirs and they're complementary, that's when the magic happens. And as an entrepreneur, when you surround yourself with teammates who complement your strengths and shore up your weaknesses, that's when your business gets momentum. All right, lesson number 3, learning from losses. As I talked about earlier, athletes face losses and they bounce back stronger using those defeats as learning lessons. If you're not taking those losses and learning from them, you truly have lost. As entrepreneurs, mistakes and failures are part of the journey. When you start looking at them and analyzing that, that's what leads to your growth. So a loss is only a loss if you fail to learn from it. Lesson number 4, mental toughness and resilience. Athletes train their minds to handle the pressure, adversity, and setbacks. When we were in that season of losing, there was that game day, like, how bad is it going to be? Is today going to be the day that we're actually going to win? Or is it going to be that same thing over and over again? But I think we probably were in that quite a bit. But you know what? We still showed up. And I think that's what's important. Showing up even though we lost. And then that team that I was a part of, most of us went on to play high school basketball on varsity. And a lot of us even went on to play college basketball. Various levels, right? There were a lot of people who were much better than I was for sure. But we didn't let that losing season stop us from something that we enjoyed and something that we loved. Entrepreneurs must cultivate mental toughness to navigate uncertainty and keep moving forward. If you know that this is what you want to be doing, even though it's hard, even though it's not coming as easy as you anticipated, keep going. You're going to find your rhythm. You're going to find your space and your place in this world of entrepreneurship, and you're going to start gaining momentum, but not if you give up. So you have to build that muscle of toughness, of just keep going until you figure out the way to make it work. Your ability to stay focused and resilient under pressure determines your long-term success. Lesson number 5, the importance of coaching and mentorship. Oh, this one's so good. Every great athlete has a coach guiding them through the process, helping them to improve, to strategize, to work on their weaknesses, improve their strengths, all of that good stuff. Again, think about Michael Jordan. He wouldn't have been in those championships without Phil Jackson. The team wouldn't have been there without a great coach. And this is true for us as entrepreneurs. especially if you've never done this before, you need a coach, a mentor, someone who has been doing what you're doing, who can share with you tips, tricks, strategies to get where you want to go, a coach who can help you think through things and point out what you need to be working on, how you need to strengthen up this, how you can shift these abilities to use them for your good, whatever it may be to help move you forward in your business. Coaching, I think, is imperative. I have a mindset coach right now that I've been working with for the past 3 or so months. I wouldn't be where I am today without him. I am so grateful for what he has helped me work through in my own life, and it has transformed my business. Very, very powerful. Entrepreneurs benefit from mentors and advisors who can provide that guidance, that support, that perspective. I think of mentors and coaches as rocket fuel. They can help turn your years into days. They can help move you forward faster in your business and accelerate the process. So I would encourage you to look into that and think about in your business or in your journey, what do you need help with the most? Is it mindset? Maybe it is a business coach to actually help you strategize where you're going. Maybe it's a performance coach. Maybe you want to get into public speaking. Maybe you need a speaking coach or a confidence coach. Think about what you're lacking or in need of most in your business and maybe seek that out. Even the best performers have coaches. Don't underestimate the value of mentorship. All right, lesson number 6, embracing a growth mindset. Athletes consistently seek to improve, focusing on progress over perfection. A growth mindset helps entrepreneurs innovate, pivot, and keep striving towards success. When we have this growth mindset, everything becomes possible. We can see things bigger. We can see the potential bigger. And it also helps us not to get stuck in a rut. When we can say, okay, how is this happening for me? This went wrong in the business. What can we do to pivot, to change, to use this to our advantage instead of being frustrated by it and feeling stuck by it? We're going to use this obstacle as an opportunity. So when we have that growth mindset, we just see everything as potential versus problems. And I think that's really helpful in moving forward. So like an athlete, keep looking for ways to get better every day. Number 7, celebrate the small wins. Athletes celebrate personal bests and incremental improvements, not just the gold medals. I love this one. Acknowledging progress, even small milestones, to stay motivated and energized is amazing for us as we're working towards these goals. Some of us have these huge, big, massive goals, and it's going to take us a while to get there. And if we don't celebrate and enjoy our time until we get there, man, it's going to be a long road. For what I'm doing now, I have big goals, huge goals. And that first milestone is a big one. And recently helped raise a small portion of that goal. It's like 1.5% of that goal. It's not a lot, but it's something, it's progress. And I can't tell you how excited I was about that and how much I did celebrate that. And now I think about that and I use that. I start feeling that same feeling. Every time I think about it, I start feeling that feeling in my bones. And then I use that to keep going, to keep that motivation going. That is a powerful tool. As you celebrate small wins along the way, that is fuel to get you going where you want to go. So small wins add up to big victories. Celebrate the journey. This isn't about a destination. This is about the journey. So celebrate the journey. All right. So let's talk about how you can apply these to your business. So I want you to think back at these different lessons. Let's go back through them. So, number one, the power of practice and preparation. Number two, teamwork makes the dream work. Number three, learning from losses. Number four, mental toughness and resilience. Number five, the importance of coaching and mentorship. Number six, embracing a growth mindset. And number seven, celebrating small wins. So I want you to think back about which lesson resonates the most with your entrepreneurial journey right now. Which of those things is resonating with you, is feeling like, oh, yep, you're speaking right to me. And how can you use that moving forward in your business? I want you to take some time, maybe write down one way you can improve your preparation. Maybe you need to look into coaching. What area are you needing the most help in? Think about that and start looking into coaches for that. Maybe you need to work on actually enjoying the journey. Think about a small or recent win that you have in your business and celebrate it, no matter how small it seems to be. Maybe it's you're brand new and you're like, I just started making calls and I called my first client. That's amazing. Congratulations. Celebrate that. Maybe you've done big things and you finally hit a goal that you felt like was so far away. Celebrate that. Enjoy it. Take the time to feel that, to use that. Take the time to feel that in your body and remember what this moment feels like, because you can take that memory going forward when you're in the valley and use it to help you keep going on your climb up to the next peak of that next mountain. So I want you to work on some of those things this next week. So how do you become the MVP of your business? Entrepreneurship, like sports, is a game of persistence, preparation, and passion. Play to win, and remember the journey is just as important as the destination. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Maybe this resonated with you, and maybe you know someone who needs to hear this. I would love for you to share this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, well, have a great week.